Luke, chapter 17, start at verse 26. As it was in the days of Noah, so it will also be in the days of the Son of Man. They ate, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered the ark and the flood came and destroyed them all. Now we have this movie that's been out, it was called Noah. But this story doesn't really tell it as it is. It's telling about man rebelling against nature, man eating meat, and that's not the story. Man rebelled against God.
Amen.
It says that in Genesis, in Bereshit, that the sons of man fell in with the sons of God, married the daughters of women. And I would say the line of Cain and the line of Seth got mixed up, and there was only one pure family. There was Noah and his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives. And the point that Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord, that God had to call upon him to build the ark. And not because man rebelled against nature, not because man was eating meat. Man rebelled against God. Man was doing what was right in his own eyes. It was basically what's saying here is that man was living without regard to God,
Yes.
except for Noah and his family.
Amen.
And today, that's the way our country has gotten in living without regard to God today. And right now, people are carried away. People are carried away with their own sin, with their own wickedness, unrighteousness, and they won't know, one time when God is filled up with it. And he goes on later on. It was also in the book of Genesis. You go from Genesis 13 to 19. Yeshua said, likewise, it was also in the days of Lot. They ate, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built. But on the day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. And it was the same thing, a city that was just totally, you could be so far gone that you can't come back. Sodom, the real part we talk about was sin, but it was that Ezekiel said was pride and plenty, and that's what caused them to fall into their sin. And people were living without regard to there, except for Lot and his wife. And this is what Yeshua warns will happen in the time when he comes. Verse 30, chapter 17, even so it will be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. In that day, he who is on the housetop and his goods are in the house, let him not come down to take them away. And likewise, the one who is in the field, let him not turn back. Remember Lot's wife. And what happened? What is it that Lot's wife did that we shouldn't do? Lot's wife looked back, and she received also the punishment that was due upon Sodom and Gomorrah. Her heart was back there, and so her heart melted, and she was turned into a pillar of salt. And so what will happen to us if we too look back